5.
Namaste. I hope everyone is having a bright morning. I am Apurva and I'll be your host for today. Our co-hosts for today are Shravan.
Namaste.
And Nikita.
Namaste.
Ayudh, Hyderabad welcomes you all for today's live question and answer session. Today's topic being how to protect ourselves from a third COVID wave. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome our chief guest, Dr. Suryakant. Welcome, Doctor.
Everybody, thank you very much.
Dr. Suryakant is a professor and head of the Department of Respiratory Medicine at King George Medical University, Lucknow. He is the brand ambassador of COVID vaccination and has been the president of all the 3 respiratory societies present in India. He has authored 17 books and worked with around 20 NGOs. We are truly blessed to have such an eminent personality with us today. Ayudh is the youth wing of Mata Amritanandamayi Mutt. During the pandemic, various chapters of Ayudh across India have pitched in by conducting various activities such as maintaining a helpline, teleconsultation, providing free meals to the needy. This life today is part of such activities. Now we have Swamini Suvidyamrita Prana in charge, Amma's Hyderabad Ashram, sharing a few words with us today.
One of you. Thank you for inviting me to this session. I'm very glad
that Ayudh Hyderabad is conducting today's live question answer session on this very important topic of how to protect ourselves from third COVID wave so that we can all take necessary steps to make sure that we are in a better position to tackle the COVID this time if it happens. I'm sure this will help many people. I'm sure that the online audience will be greatly benefited by answers from Dr. Suryakant, who has a deep insight and an extensive experience in this field. I went through the list of his achievements and awards, and it is really amazing. I'm really glad that Ayudh Hyderabad has invited Dr. Suryakant ji and is conducting this online question answer session regarding this important and apt topic. I wish all the very best for Ayudh Hyderabad members and also hope all of you continue to do more and more such programs to help the humanity. May Amma's blessings be always with each and every one of you. Thank you. Om Amriteshwariya Namaha.
Thank you for your words, ma'am. We now have Mokshamrita Chaitanya ji also here with us, who is one of the members of National Ayudh Coordinating Committee. I request him to share a few words.
Namaste everyone. Very happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me also. Very glad that this live online Q&A session is being happening in the series of the medical webinar series that you have started. And on behalf of entire Ayudh India, let me immensely thank Dr. Suryakant for having taken his valuable time and having come here. Suryakant ji, aapka bahut dhanyawad. Thank you so much. And I wish all the Ayudh members good luck. May this session be very useful for everybody. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you for your words, Swamiji. We are going to begin our live question and answer session now. Our online viewers can now post their questions via YouTube chat. I also request each and every one of you to share this YouTube link as much as possible so that maximum number of people may be benefited. Doctor, we would request you to give a brief overview of third wave of COVID.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The organizer of the Ayudh wing, that is the youth wing of Amritanandamayi Mutt. I think this is the only spiritual, religious mutt in the country which is having the not only activity in the field of health, but having so many dimensions. I have gone through it a little bit, and I knew that it is working in the field of education. This mutt is working in the field of spirituality. This mutt is working in the field of health. This mutt is working in the field of health awareness. And probably Ayudh is one of the dimensions for the awareness program in the youth. So that's a wonderful initiative. I really congratulate to Ammaji, as well as the whole team of the Mutt for this wonderful work which you are doing in this country. This have been the tradition and heritage of the Rishi Parampara, I would say, in this country that you are following, that kind of, you see, lineage you are keeping forward. So with this introductory remark, I am coming to my topic, the prevention of third wave, and especially the protection of the vital organs from the COVID-19, because involvement of the vital organs is ultimately leading to the death and severe disease. So as you know that COVID-19 in last 18 months, this has involved more than 200 countries in the world. And till date, more than 18 crore people, they have been infected with COVID-19 virus during this pandemic, and more than 40 lakhs deaths, they have occurred throughout the world. India is not the exception. Rather, it is also one of the most common affected country. We have till date more than 4 lakh deaths till date. Every death in a family is a very important loss. Considering the 135 crore population, the 4 lakh population may be very less, but you consider the family who lost even one member in the family. So very emotional issue. That which can be avoidable, that which can be prevented, And that's why it is a very critical situation throughout the world and especially in this country also. Now, we have suffered first wave and second wave. The first wave peaked on 16th September 2022 when about 1 lakh cases occurred in this country, 98,000 something. But during second wave, what happened after 6 months? That after 6 months, during the second wave, we crossed the 4 lakh cases per day. And this is the not only one aspect. Now consider the frontline warriors, the COVID warriors. The Indian Medical Association data reveal that till date, more than 1,500 doctors of Indian Medical Association, means modern system of medicine, they have lost their life against this fight against this COVID-19 disease. So this is a very, I just, pay homage to the all who died, not only the doctors, but all the frontline workers, all the healthcare workers, and all the security workers, police personnel, military personnel, all personnel. And of course, to all who lost their one or other, or even more than one member of the family during this COVID-19 pandemic. Now, the question is of third wave and the protection of vital organs. That's my topic. So I will nutshell give you the overview of that. That basically there are 10 organs which are more commonly affected by the disease process. And out of these, why these only 10 organs? Because the COVID-19 infection, the spread of the virus, multiplication of the virus, this occurs only through a receptor called ACE2 receptors. And these ACE2 receptors, they are found maximally in the lungs. Fortunately or unfortunately, Dr. Suryakant is a lung specialist. So we all lung specialists in this country, throughout the world. They are the top runner, I would say, against the COVID-19. And so many doctors have, of course, involved by disease process. But thanks to the God, thanks to Ammaji, thanks to your spiritual organization, to which I am little associated with for last 3 years. Through one of the student Priyanka Yadav and her husband Amit Ranjan. Now they are in the AIMS Gorakhpur. And with this, Dr. Suryakant has not been infected with COVID-19. Rather, it is usual saying in Uttar Pradesh कि corona डरता है तो सिर्फ Dr. Suryakant से डरता है. Not only this, in Uttar Pradesh, you have seen if you just compare the all profile of the 28 states of this country, then we'll find the UP is the largest state, having around 20% of the population share of the whole of the country. But if you see the case fatality ratio, we are having far behind the even national average. If you see the number of the cases, we are far behind the, of course, so many states. The Maharashtra, which is having, we are having around 24 crore population. Maharashtra is only having roughly half of us, but it is a higher in terms of numbers of the cases, number of the death. Kerala having less than 10% of my population, UP's population, but it is, you see, a lot of cases there, a lot of mortalities there. So I think there is some secret and some kind of appreciation we are getting in Uttar Pradesh. I'll tell you in 1 minute what is the secret story of Uttar Pradesh management, so that all your, of course, the audience, the viewers, they can be of benefit. In Uttar Pradesh, the first thing we did when I took initiative for a very common, reasonable, cost-effective drug that is called ivermectin, we searched into it and we published a white paper on ivermectin. This was the first, not only India's first, it was the world's first white paper on ivermectin, which was published in the month of July 2020, almost 1 year back. And when it was published, within a week, doctors and researchers from more than 100 countries viewed this paper. And that's why the WHO also showed this paper on its website. And this was the great achievement for Indian doctors, for this MUT, because I am also part of this MUT, for Dr. Suryakant, for Lucknow, for Uttar Pradesh, and of course throughout India. We 19 doctors of this country published this white paper. And ultimately, UP became the first government to issue the government order of use of ivermectin and doxycycline in the treatment of home isolation patient, mild cases of moderate cases of COVID-19, and also for the prophylaxis, means prevention of healthcare workers and the family contacts. So this was the, widely circulated news, and we published white paper in the month of July, which basically formed the basis of this GO. And of course, we formulated an expert committee report uh, on the basis of this white paper on 5th August 2020. And UP government is so fast forward that on 6th of August, next day, they issued the GO. So we are utilizing these drugs not only for the treatment, but for prevention also. And of course, political commitment is there, administrative commitment is there, medical from our side, health and medical healthcare workers commitment was there. And strictly we followed the 3T policy, that is the testing, tracking, and treatment. And 4T is now Tika. So 3 or now it is 4T strategy. That is the top secret of the UP success. This is one story. Now I'm coming to how we can prevent the third wave. So I will tell you the 3 ways to protect third wave. You see, there are 3 possibilities. According to my speculation, there are 3 possibilities. Number 1, if we follow strictly COVID appropriate behavior across the country, not only in Uttar Pradesh, not only in Delhi, not only in Bangalore, not only in Hyderabad, across the country, from north to south, from east to west. If we follow this COVID appropriate behavior, third wave will not come. Number 1 prediction. But there is a term and condition, provided we all follow the strict COVID appropriate behavior. Number 2 possibility. You see, number 2 possibility is that COVID-19 can knock your door. For example, some guest is coming to your house, you are not there, they are pressing the call bell, they are knocking the door, but door is not opening, so they are going back. So the second possibility is that COVID may try to create the third wave, but if we are not opening the door, we are still following the strict COVID behavior, and we are, of course, getting vaccination at your, of course, with the facility available and your time slot available. So with this COVID appropriate behavior and COVID vaccination, these are the 2 strategies which, of course, we can even stop the third wave as second step. This is the second my prediction. My third prediction is that COVID wave may come, but it will not be as harmful as it was during second wave or first wave. So it be a milder in comparison to the previous wave, earlier wave, the first one and second wave. These are my only 3 predictions. I don't have a prediction. You see, I'm a very optimistic person. So I'm so many experts in the world, so many experts in India, for last 6 months, they are saying that third wave will come, it may be more serious, and even children will be affected more. I'm against this. Yes, documentarily, I'm saying with evidence why I'm against this. I'm against that children will be affected more. No, there is no reason, not at all. The first thing is that why children will be affected in third wave when they could survive in first wave and second wave. How many children died? How many children suffered? So we don't have the data how many children suffered because we don't test them. Schools were closed. That was the reason, that expert usually giving reason. Schools were closed. That's why they were not exposed. That's why they were not infected. But now school may close. Now the vaccination for less than 18 years is not available. So there are 2 reasons why people, most of the experts in this country and most of the world, contrary to me, they are saying that third will affect more children, although I am against it. Because of the 2 reasons they are saying. Number 1, less than 18 years, no vaccination. Yes, I agree. They are, of course, at high risk. They are at vulnerable risk because they are not vaccinated. I do agree, but come to the science again. Number 2 possibility, they are saying that schools may open, children may come out, children, they are living inside the home with adults. So they are, of course, inside the home, they are exposed to adults. Yes, they are exposed to adults. I agree with both points, but let us analyze critically. The latest 4th Zero survey, everyone is aware of 4th Zero survey, where we found that 67% of these people in this survey, they have been tested as positive against COVID-19 antibody. means they have developed immunity. And immunity against COVID-19 is developed only by two ways, either by natural infection of COVID-19 or by COVID vaccination. Only two ways are there. So COVID vaccination, we know, I'm not satisfied with the pace of the vaccination going on. On 16 January, when the COVID vaccination program was launched by Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji in this country, on the same day, I was the first fellow in my institute, King George Medical University, Lucknow, who was vaccinated. And my dear friends, the whole media was there. They directly, lively telecast my vaccination. They did a lot of questions to me. Around 25 media fellows were there, flash, camera, light, action, whatever it is. And they did not allow me to wait for 30, 45 minutes. When I came out of the vaccination room, every media was there and took interview for 10 to 15 minutes. They didn't thought that anything happened with Dr. Suryakant because I was the first one to be vaccinated. But anyway, this is media. Okay, no problem. And for all those who are having apprehension for the vaccination, is still having the apprehension vaccine, Dr. Suryakant worked on the day of vaccination till 6 p.m. in my office. My official hour is only up to 4 p.m., but I worked till 6 p.m. Next day, 16 January was Saturday, next day was Sunday, and I was having earlier planned a national webinar. On the Sunday also, I was in my office from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. I didn't take any leave from 16 January till date, any leave. Rather, whenever there is a more problem in COVID-19 in any district of the Uttar Pradesh, Dr. Suryakant was sent to that district. Dr. Suryakant, corona is more, you go there, you tackle it there. So as a third party audit and review expert, I was sent 5 times to various districts. In the month of April 2020, I was sent to Meerut. I was sent to Agra. Sorry, Agra was the first hottest spot in the Uttar Pradesh because it's a very important tourist place. Second, Kanpur, Meerut 2 times. And lastly, in this second wave, during the month of May, I was sent to the constituency of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, Varanasi. Dr. Suryakant, you are a single member committee to review the situation of Varanasi because it's a Prime Minister constituency. I said, why I am the only single member. Why you are not give me so many other members to assist me? I don't know, you don't require any assistant, you go single. So I was the single member committee there to review, and I stayed for 5 days. And fortunately, with the God's grace and with the blessings of you, within 5 days, situation become better. And within 10-15 days, far better. Anyway, so we can, of course, prevent third wave by 3 ways. What are the 3 ways? The 3 vaccines. You will be surprised to know why I'm saying 3 vaccines. This is my personalized concept. No, if you search what are the 3 vaccines of the COVID-19, they will say Covishield, Covaxin, and Sputnik. Such type of 3 vaccines may become. But my concept is 3 types of vaccines we have. The first vaccine is, I used to say, the common vaccine, which we are familiar with this, is the biological vaccine. And of course, 3 types of vaccine available in this country in the form of biological vaccine, that is Covishield, Covaxin, and Sputnik. Now, recently, we are getting news that more and more new vaccines are coming. Probably by the end of this month, we will have 5 or 7 vaccines available in this country. The second, of course, but the pace, you see 30 to 40 lakhs vaccination, I'm not satisfied. On the 21st June, especially when the Prime Minister, of course, gave the call for a special vaccination program, when he took over the state responsibility from the vaccination to the center's responsibility, then there was a record vaccination, that is 88 lakhs plus. So Dr. Suryakant was very much happy on that day. So for last 6 months, if you just see my videos, I'm saying continuously that please, India has the capacity of vaccination for per day is 1 crore. We can vaccinate 1 crore adult, 1 crore people in 1 day. What we are utilizing, we are not optimally, fully, of course, utilizing this capacity. So I am demanding for last 6 months, since 16 January onwards, that please vaccinate 1 crore per day. But vaccine is not available in this number. The more vaccine has to come. Probably the next month onwards, we will reach to the target at least 60 lakhs plus, 70 lakhs plus. The second vaccine is the social vaccine everybody is aware of. You see, there are three ways of transmission of COVID-19. One, by infected person. So you can be infected from an infected person. So suppose everybody is infected. You just imagine that whenever you are coming outside of the home, everybody is infected. So make it 2 gaj duri. जिसको कहते हैं ना 2 गज दूरी बहुत जरूरी. So make the distance. This is called physical distancing. I don't use the term social distancing because social distancing is the distances between the society groups. That is not fair. Physical distancing. So make the physical distancing and you will prevent the spread of COVID-19 from infected COVID-19 fellow. First point. The second way of COVID-19 is spread is from infected air. So whenever you are coming out of home, so think of whatever air I am inhaling, it is the infected with COVID-19. Just imagine. So whenever you are outside the home, put on the mask. And third thing is that corona can be infected, corona can be spread from the infected so many items. That is called fomites. Infected laptop surface, infected table surface, infected chair surface, infected sofa surface, infected lift surface, infected door surface, so many surfaces. So you are touching the surfaces and that is the way of transmission. Your hand gets infected, later on your, of course, airway gets infected. So whenever there is any opportunity, keep washing your hands. If sanitizer is not available, if soap water is not available, then please keep a paper soap in the pocket. And one paper soap pack is enough. 10 to 12 strips are there, costing only 5 rupees. And of course, whenever 1 hour or half an hour after, you can hand wash. And please follow the tradition and culture of India of meeting and greeting, that is called Namaste. Namaste is the most hygienic way of meeting and greeting in the world. And everybody has now understood the power of Namaste. And that's why from Trump to Israel, Netanyahu, everybody, of course, follow the Namaste. So please, we forget the Namaste, our Indian tradition and cultural heritage. So please do Namaste. Don't shake your hand. Because by shaking hand, you are not only touching each other, you're not exchanging your warmth, but basically you are transferring your viruses to him, his viruses to you, your bacteria, your fungus to him, his bacteria and his fungus to you. So this second vaccine is the social vaccine. The third vaccine is the immunity vaccine. And my simple mantra of immunity vaccine is only 2 things you have to do. That follow the tradition Indian vegetarian diet. Well, it has been proven by so many ways and so many articles that vegetarian diet is providing immunity, non-vegetarian diet is providing use the muscle power. So if you want to become Salman Khan or Akshay Kumar, you can go to the gym, you can have the, of course, non-vegetarian diet, but you will not get immunity. Immunity is an entirely different thing. According to me, immunity is of 4 types. You see, this is my personalized overview, personalized thought on immunity. I can speak some other day on immunity, but my concept is there are 4 types of immunity. One is the physical immunity. Of course, that is 2 components, the diet and of course, half an hour, any type of exercise, any type of activity. That exercise can be simple walking. Walking is the best exercise, or that can be simple yoga, asana, or pranayama. The second aspect is the diet. You see so many dietitians giving so many tips to you that from 6 morning you got this, you should get a sprout and then of course salad and what. And if you just follow the dietitian, I'm not against the dietitian. Please forget any dietitian in this forum. But if you please follow 3 days for this dietitian chart, you will have nausea and vomiting. Please, I'm the witness of that. So nobody can follow the stick to that. So I'm saying very simple mantra that you remove 3 things from your 3 white things from your diet and you will have better immunity. What are the 3 white things to be removed from the diet? White salt. In place of white salt, you should take senarama. White sugar, in place of white sugar, you should take jaggery. And white maida, in place of white maida, you should take simple flour, simple atta or multigrain atta. So remove white things and I am giving the alternate of these white things. Number 2. Number 2 is that at the end of the day, you must think of that today Have I taken the one serving of the green vegetable? Number one. Have I taken one serving of the dal? Have I taken one serving of any fruits? Any seasonal fruit? I'm not talking apple. Apple is costing 250 rupees per kg. So you people understand fruits means apple. It doesn't mean. Fruits mean whatever the seasonal fruits. If this is mango fruit, take mango. If this is the pineapple or whatever the fruits you are getting in your state, your region, that is your seasonal fruit, and that will provide you immunity. So just analyze your day diet. That have I taken one green vegetable? So one serving of green vegetable, one serving of dal pulses, and one serving of the fruit. If you are thinking of that these three things are there, and if you are really want to increase your protein, especially I'm talking of children, then of course remember the milk and milk products. So children and especially everyone whosoever want that protein, because vegetarian diet is lacking in protein, so extra protein you can take. No, I'm not taking any supplement. You see, Dr. Surikant can get 100 type of supplement as a sample from the pharmaceutical houses. My dear friend, I'm not taking any supplement. My children, they are not taking any supplement. So please don't go for the supplement formula. This one. Somebody will tell आपको हम हनुमान जी बना देंगे. Somebody will tell आपको खली बना देंगे. I don't know, Salman Khan बना देंगे, Akshay Kumar बना देंगे. Don't believe on that. So don't take any supplement. Please believe on the the milk and milk products. These are the natural vegetarian, of course, high rich protein. So you can take milk. If you are not liking milk, you can charge matta, you can take curd, or you can take paneer. Any milk or milk product you can take for the extra source of protein. So that is my diet mantra. And this is finishes. So immunity is of four types: physical immunity, mental immunity, atma bal jisko kehte hain, mental immunity. So by meditation, and of course by the with the of course association with the organization like this, you can increase your mental immunity. And third is the spiritual immunity. Again, you can increase with the you go with the Kerala and find out with the meeting with the Ammaji, and then of course you will have the spiritual immunity. And fourth is the immunity of the organ specific immunity, which during the question answer session I will tell how to improve your lung immunity, how to improve your heart immunity, how to improve your brain immunity. So organ specific immunity I'll tell during the question answer session. So thank you very much. We can start this. Sorry, I have a little bit more time. Anyway.
Yeah, so, that is fine, doctor. That was some hopeful news you gave us. Can we please proceed with the question and answer session? Yeah, so doctor, the first question is coming from Santoshi from Karimnagar. She's asking, which vital organs in the human body does COVID-19 affect the most?
Okay. So remember, Dr. Surikant, you will remember the vital organ. Dr. Surikant is a lung specialist, and that's why lung is the most common target of the COVID-19. So because why? I said initially that the organs which are having high number of ACE2 receptors, that is the carrier of the COVID-19. COVID-19 enters into the cell through this this ACE2 receptors. So the maximum number, the highest number of the ACE2 receptor is found in the lungs. So respiratory system. You see, lung is also the most important vital organ. Why? Because your life starts with the first breath and your life ends with the last breath. So life is nothing. It is the duration between the first breath and the last breath. Unfortunately or unfortunately, Dr. Surikant is the doctor of breath. So most important vital organ is the lung. Most important doctor in this country or in the world, of course, lung doctor. So respect the lung doctor. Respect every doctor because they are your emergency, of course, use doctors. And after this lungs, when I say lungs, it also includes the whole respiratory system. Because when the virus enters, it enters through the nose. And first 3 days, usually it remains in the nose and throat. And that's why a lot of initial symptoms like sneezing, rhinorrhea, sore throat, they can be early presenting symptom of the COVID-19. But some variant, they directly attack into the lungs. And so times directly lung can develop pneumonia. Lung can develop the acute respiratory distress syndrome or other complications. So the lung is the most vital organ. And of course, the other vital organs which are usually affected by the disease process of COVID-19 are the heart, the brain, the liver, and the kidney. So these are the 5 vital organs which have to be kept very fit during this COVID-19 days.
Thank you, doctor. We have another question from Rahul from Mumbai. So he's asking, what type of precautions should a cardiac patient take in his daily routine to protect themselves from third wave of COVID?
I said there are 3 ways of protection. So get vaccinated if you have not been vaccinated today. Number 1 point. Number 2, of course, the social vaccine, so COVID appropriate behavior. The third thing is the immunity vaccine. So follow the diet which I just outlined. These are the only 3 ways to protect yourself from the third wave. Yes, next.
Thank you, doctor. So we have a question from Rahul, who is from Mumbai. Sir, what type of precautions cardiac patients should take in daily routine to protect themselves from third wave of COVID-19?
It is the same question.
Okay.
I think I've already given the answer.
So we have a question from Vidya Secunderabad. Why is there loss of taste and smell in COVID patients?
Yes. So now coming up, the more organs involved by the disease process. So other than these 5 vital organs, which are most commonly involved by the COVID-19, number 1, the lungs, number 2, heart, number 3, brain, number 4, liver, and number 5, kidney. So other than their 5 organs, there are other organs which are also involved by the disease process, and that's why you are having manifestation. So manifestation of the COVID-19 can be the symptom of the respiratory system in terms of dry cough, fever, and breathlessness. Manifestation can be cardiac, maybe heart attack, or maybe cardiomyopathy. Manifestation may be in the brain in terms of headache, dizziness, short memory or memory loss, or even the seizure disorders. The stroke can be the paralysis also. And the manifestation may be liver, decrease in appetite, nausea or vomiting, and that's why you are having nausea, vomiting also as a presenting symptom. And sometimes you can have the symptom of kidney failure, for example. Of course, kidney failure, maybe acute renal shutdown or maybe chronic renal failure. Now, why having a loss of taste and loss of smell? Because of the smell or involvement of the brain. Because smell center and taste center both lies here in the brain, not on the tongue and not on the stomach. So this brain is the controlling center of everything. For example, like of course, the powerhouse for the electricity. Power is being distributed from the powerhouse, and then of course it is going in every house. So loss of smell and loss of taste, these are due to the involvement of the brain, because the smell center and the taste center, they lies in the brain.
Thank you, doctor. Now we have a question from live YouTube. Question is from Sri Krishna, who is from Hyderabad. Doctor, we used 1 mask in first wave. For second wave, we used 2 masks. Does it mean we should use 3 masks for protection in third wave?
Dear friend, Dr. Suryakant never used double mask. Till date, I'm using surgical mask. I'm using simple surgical mask, only 1 mask. You see, the day will come when somebody will say, take 1 dozen of masks. There is no limit for that. You see, the simple evidence. I'm talking of scientific evidence. If both fellows, you and in front of you, if both are wearing the mask, the chances of transmission of the COVID-19 are usually less than 1.5%. So most of the time you are, of course, protected by simple mask. Only thing is that please keep 1 reserve mask in your pocket. So whenever you feel that you have been exposed with the more than 50 people, in a very congested area, and you think now 4 or 5 hours I have put the mask, so just change the mask, not double mask. आप सांस नहीं ले पाएंगे भाई अगर 2 मास्क का इस्तेमाल करेंगे. So simple mask, this is the surgical triple layer mask. If you can see this mask I'm using, I'm advising, very simple, very cheap. And if you are even for the rural population, I'm especially advocating for 1.5 years, that for the rural population, suppose you are not having this surgical mask also, for those who are living in a very economically constant setting, in a slum area, in a rural area, in the hilly area, in the travel area, and suppose mask is not available, then I'm asking just for the girls first, ladies first. For the girls, you take your dupatta and make the 4 strip of that, and you just put on tight, just tightly cover your nose and mouth. It is far better than any mask, equally to the N95 mask. So, and of course, on the evening, you just open your dupatta and of course, wash it. Next day, it is already, of course, again usable. So, reusable masks for the village people, for the financially constant people. For males, there is a gamcha in Uttar Pradesh, Bihar. Usually, when you see the politician also there, a gamcha. BJP wala kamal ka phool ka, Congress wala haath ka, this like. So this is the gamcha, and you just make the 4 layers of gamcha also, and then you closely tie your nose and mouth. This is the fantastic mask. It is working better than this. Every 4 hours or wherever you feel this is humid, this has become humid, or you have been exposed to more people. You, especially, I'm talking about if you have been exposed to more than 50 people, please change the mask. Please change the mask. So wherever you are outside the house, of course, cover with 1 mask and 1 extra mask, put in your pocket. That is the best policy. So I'm not following double mask policy. I'm following 2 mask policy. 1 on face, 1 in the pocket as a reserve mask. This is the best policy, and you can trust me. If you can trust on me, you can practice this.
Thank you, doctor. The next question is from Ramya from Warangal. Generally, asthma patients feel suffocated while wearing mask. What should they do to protect themselves from COVID-19?
Actually, asthma patient, they never feel suffocated when they use mask, though provided if they are taking their inhalers regularly. But you know what is the situation in this country? Only 9% of Indian asthmatic patients, they are taking regularly inhalers. Otherwise, 91% they are not taking inhalers. And COVID-19 has taught you a lesson for all asthmatic patients. There are 3.5 crore asthmatic patients in this country. I'm requesting by this program through YouTube channel, through of course the Twitter and this Facebook live program, those who are listening, please propagate, please convince all the asthmatic patients that you can lead your life like Saurabh Ganguly. Saurabh Ganguly is asthmatic. Have you ever seen Saurabh Ganguly? कि साहब हमने 4 छक्के लगा दिए, now I want my inhaler, now I want rest. No, he never did this. Have you ever seen Amitabh Bachchan? I'm doing the acting since morning, now I want to take the rest. I'm dyspneic, I'm feeling suffocated. No, not. So I've given only 2 examples. Perfect. Only 2. If you want, I can give you hundreds of examples. So many Olympic winner example of asthmatic, so many sport celebrities of the example, so many film stars, so many politicians. So every asthmatic can lead a normal life, provided he's taking his inhaler therapy according to the advice of his doctor. Doctor, the competent doctor. So please don't consider that this I'm asthmatic, so I'm feeling of course suffocated. No, you will never feel suffocated. You are as healthy, as healthy as non-asthmatic. Don't consider you as a disease. I have this vision problem, so I put on the glasses, spectacles. You are having lung problem, so you have additional use of inhalers. That's all, finished. This is not a medication. This is a lifestyle modification in view of your daily brushing, your daily taking walk, you are daily reading newspaper, you are daily having breakfast, you are daily having lunch, you are daily having dinner. So many things you are doing daily. Then please take inhalers your daily. You will never be suffocated. You will never have dyspnea, any problem. Yes, next question.
Thank you, doctor. The next question is from YouTube live chat, and it's from Prashanti Nellur. The question is, doctor, can a vaccinated person contact Delta variant and spread it too?
Pardon? Repeat the question.
Can a vaccinated person contact Delta variant and spread that virus too again?
You see, once you vaccinated doesn't mean virus entry has been stopped at your nose. हम उत्तर प्रदेश में कहते हैं हमारे यहाँ अलीगढ़ के ताले, एक अलीगढ़ शहर है, वहाँ ताले बहुत फेमस हैं, वर्ल्ड फेमस ताले मिलते हैं. So I used to say in Uttar Pradesh in my public domain program कि वैक्सीन लगने से नाक पे अलीगढ़ का ताला नहीं लग जाता. So even after vaccination, virus can go inside, virus can come outside. So yes, even after vaccination, and mind it, vaccination efficacy is only 80 to 90%. So there are fair chances that you can be infected, but guarantee is that you will not have the severe disease. That doesn't mean that you will not follow the COVID appropriate behavior. Please, Pradhan Mantri said, "Dawai bhi, kadai bhi." What does it mean when Pradhan Mantri said, Prime Minister said, "Dawai bhi" means vaccination, kadai bhi means COVID appropriate behavior. So please wear the mask. Please follow the COVID appropriate behavior before vaccination and after vaccination.
Thank you, doctor. We have another question from Srija. She's asking, some people say that nebulizer and inhaler are effective in case of asthma patients during COVID. Is it really true? If so, which one is more effective?
They are not only effective in the COVID period, they are forever effective. That's why I'm saying that all asthmatics, they should take their inhalers regularly. And if you taking inhalers regularly, there is no need of nebulizer. So those who are requiring the nebulizer means they are not having the regular inhalation therapy. So if your asthmatic patient is taking inhalers regularly, he will never be suffocated. He will never be hospitalized. He will never be put on nebulization. He will never be put on oxygen. Guarantee. Yes. If you give me the stamp paper, I can write on that. So please follow the asthma inhalation therapy treatment plan as per your expert, as per your doctor, and remain as symptom-free, remain dyspnea-free, and remain COVID-free. Because asthma is not a risk factor for the COVID-19. Uncontrolled asthma is a risk factor for COVID-19. Uncontrolled asthma is a high risk factor for the hospitalization. Uncontrolled asthma is a high risk for severe disease. Uncontrolled asthma is a high risk for more chances of mortality. So please take your inhalers regularly.
Doctor, we have a question from YouTube live chat now. Divya Amarnath is asking, can we allow children to play with a mask and while following proper hygiene?
You see, playing is a very important activity of the children, but pairing with mask, exertional playing means the more the games which are requiring the more exertion, they are not recommended. You can walk, you can play badminton, because in badminton also you have the rest in between. You can play simple games, indoor games, table tennis or whatever it is. So walking is the best exercise. And I never recommend to go for gym during the COVID days because of 3 reasons. Number 1 reason, exposure. No chances of exposure is there, because in gym, nobody will wear the mask till the end of exercise. After 5-10 minutes of exercise, they will put down their mask. So I say, mask niche, corona andar. So don't get any opportunity whenever you are outside, of course, home, of course, to put down your mask. Put down mask means putting down your guard, simply. So number 1 reason. Number 2 reason is that during the strenuous exercise, severe exercises, you may be suffocated with mask. Number 2 reason. Number 3 reason is that the gymnasium, I say gym is providing you the physical fitness. It's not giving the immunity. And we want during COVID-19 period, the immunity, not physical fitness. This is not time to show your biceps. This is not time to show your triceps or the abs, which of course Shah Rukh, Salman and Akshay Kumar is having. I don't remember who is the famous hero in Hyderabad. Anyway, you just add the list. Any famous in Telangana hero. So that is my message.
Thank you, doctor. The next question is from Aryan from Delhi. Which vaccine should we prefer? Covaxin, Covishield, or foreign vaccine, and why?
Dear friend, if you go to a temple and a pujari is giving to prasad, somebody is getting banana, somebody is getting peda, somebody is getting laddu, somebody is getting something else. Did you ask that I don't want banana, please give me laddu? No. So there is no difference. Any vaccine you can take, please don't go into the debate. I have given 1,000 times to answer this question since the onset of vaccination. So please don't go for this debate. Every vaccine is working. Whatever the opportunity you are getting, please have the vaccination.
Thank you, doctor. The next question is from Lohit, Nelluru. Are people with diabetes more likely to get COVID-19? What precautions should people with diabetes be taking?
Yes. You see, diabetes is one of the very common disease in this country. And I would say diabetics are two types: controlled diabetes, uncontrolled diabetes. Controlled diabetes, they are fit. Uncontrolled diabetes is, of course, more high risk, rather so many times higher risk for getting COVID-19 infection, getting severe disease, getting hospitalization, getting ICU treatment, getting ventilator treatment, and even more risk for mortality. So please get your smooth sugar levels, have the digital consultation preferably with your doctor, and of course have the glucometer. You see, if I used to say this is not the era of having so many gadgets in the house in the form of so many utility. Of course, if you don't have refrigerator in a house, it is okay during COVID era. If you don't have TV, it's okay. But you must have the pulse oximeter, number one. And second is you must have glucometer if any diabetic member in the family. And third thing, you should have BP instrument if your any patient is cardiac patient. So three machines are very much popular nowadays. And if any patient having asthma also in your house, so then have two additional machine. One is the nebulizer and another is the oxygen cylinder or oxygen concentrator. So because asthma patient can go into the isolation. So basically for all three machines are very important. The pulse oximeter for all, glucometer for diabetics in the family member, and BP machine for those who are having cardiac patient in the family.
Thank you, doctor. So next question we have from Shiva, who is from Hyderabad. There are some videos being floated around internet that drinking liquor can help in avoiding COVID. How true is this? Is there any role of liquor when it comes to protecting ourselves from COVID?
You see, this question was asked during my initial days of TV debate in 2020. And I was live. And I just thought, oh my God, what should I give the answer? Said, sir, doctor, the sanitizer has 70% alcohol. If I can use 100% alcohol, then of course I will be the protected, most protected person. I said, no, Prabhu, this is not the way. You will have liver failure. So this is not the way that actually alcohol is used because virus is having an outer surface which is made up of fat. And alcohol is a very good medium to dissolve the fat. So you can kill the virus. But if you are drinking the alcohol, it is going in the stomach and virus, they are not going into the stomach. They are not going of course, they are inhaled. They are being inhaled and they will go to the lungs. And alcohol is not working on lungs. Rather, it is worsening the function of liver. So it will not protect the COVID. It will damage your liver. So please. And my disclaimer is that Dr. Suryakant is teetotaler, pure vegetarian. Don't take even egg. Don't take don't smoke. Don't take alcohol. So this is my disclaimer. Please.
Thank you, doctor. So next question we have from Naveen, who is from Bengaluru. Doctor, some people who were affected by COVID-19 were not having any kind of kidney problems earlier. However, after they got COVID, they have developed acute kidney injury. How can one protect their kidneys from acute kidney injury?
Actually, he's correct. I said that kidney is also having some ACE2 receptors, although not as much as the lung. But kidney can also be involved by disease process, especially those. Number one, diabetics, their kidney easily get involved. Number two, hypertension, those who are having blood pressure, their kidney get easily involved. Any other cardiac problem, their kidney also get involved. Those who are drinking water less, they are at the high risk of the involvement of kidney. So please make the habit of water. It is not simply water, it is the Amrit. Jal hai to jeevan hai. It is saying. So please have the habit of. So whenever I used to say that whenever you wash your hands, so please have one glass or half a glass of water also. Make this habit, and you will find that your kidney will never be failed. And so if your diabetes is controlled, your blood pressure is controlled, and if you are taking plenty of water, sufficient amount of water, your kidney will never be involved and never fail. So this is the tip for the protection of one of the most important vital organ, the kidney.
Yes, doctor. We have another question now from Bhaskar Kurukshetra. He's asking, Doctor, I'm a professional long distance runner and I have recently recovered from COVID-19. How much gap should I keep before resuming my running practice again? If I start now, will it affect my lungs?
So congratulations that you have won the battle, number one. Number two is you are a runner. So you must contact to your lung specialist in that city or in that area and get your lung function evaluation done. If you have developed pneumonia and the CT scan was done, so just take what was your CT score. If it is more than 15, then of course the follow-up CT scan should be done after 3 months. So during first 3 months, it is not recommended that, because this is the high time for the post-COVID complications, post-COVID problems. Even heart attack can occur during the running. Even the attack of breathlessness can occur during the running, because running is not a simple exercise. It's a strenuous exercise. It requires a lot of strength. So please consult your lung doctor. If at all you are having any comorbid condition earlier, suppose you are having BP, suppose you are taking pills for BP or any other disease, so please consult your physician or cardiologist also. And after consulting with, and of course, if still I don't know what is your oxygen saturation right now after the recovery. If you have recovered, your oxygen saturation normal, but your CT score was more. So then of course, one CT scan should be repeated and lung function should be done by your expert. And then only he can tell you when you can resume the running.
We have another question from Shilpa, Hyderabad. She's asking, Doctor, I'm asking this on behalf of a friend. She's suffering from improper periods. She has recently acquired COVID-19. She's worried that COVID-19 would aggravate the imbalance in her menstrual cycle. What advice can you give her?
No, it's not true. For the time being, temporarily, of course, menstrual cycle can be disturbed because a lot of chemical alteration occurs during the COVID-19 infection. Because I said it is also attacking on the brain, and brain is the center of release of so many hormones, so many chemicals. The menstrual cycle is also regulated by a center in the brain. So, I mean, if you are having any problem, you can consult your gynecologist. But the simple trivial effect can be done by the COVID-19, not the serious effect. But if you are having any problem, you can consult your gynecologist.
Thank you, doctor. The next question is from Karthik from Pune. What kind of diet and precautions diabetic patients can take in order to improve immunity during COVID times?
You see, first I will tell you what the diabetic people do in India. Very interesting story. Every diabetic will say, sir, I don't take any sugar. I don't take any sweet. So sometimes I ask, then what are you doing? You are smelling the sweet? Do you smell sweet? If you're not. Sweet, it is such tempting offer that if diabetic is in party and suppose his other family members and friends, they are taking, suppose ras malai or any sweet dish, then what's going on in the mind of diabetic? If I would have not been diabetic, I have also enjoyed this. They have taken 4 ras malai, 4 jalebis, and they have not given a single piece to me. And mind it, this thought process is releasing more glucose. So their glucose level is also becoming high because of the mind process. So please don't have such kind of this thing in the brain. You can taste the sweet. So all diabetics are recommended that please don't fight here. Fight in the field of the party. That although I'm a diabetic, but मुझे थोड़ा check तो लेने दो. Have a taste of it. And your battle will stop here. Hormonal imbalance will stop and your glucose level remain controlled. This is fantastic tip from the diabetics, number one. Number two, in India, no diabetics having sugar level control in this country. I know the secrets of the diabetics. What diabetics are doing? Suppose Dr. Surikant asked, on Monday, you will come with a recent blood sugar report. Okay, sir. On Saturday, they will keep the strict diet. And then in the Sunday night, they will take extra pill of the diabetes. Extra pill ले लिए, सुबह की report normal. पहुंच गए Dr. Surikant के पास. Dr. Surikant, my report is normal. Then I said, what you ate in last 2 days? Sir, very restricted diet because I was thinking that I have to get my checkup done. So 2 restricted day for 2 days, restricted diet for 2 days, 1 extra pill of the diabetes treatment and blood sugar normal and happy. So this is the usual story of almost all diabetics. There are few less than 1% who are having very strict diet and having smooth control. So dietary restriction should not be over much for diabetics. Can eat anything. This is again, you see, I used to say so many contrary things to the belief of the people, belief of even my medical fraternity. So I would suggest that diabetic, please don't start battle here. Please start battle in kitchen, in home, in the party. So diabetic can take anything, but very small. If you are a diabetic, take the small doses of everything. So you can take but 1 sweet in a 1 day. When I say 1 small piece, one patient can do it. Dr. Surikant, you said 1 small piece you can take from the. So yesterday I took 1 piece of jalebi, 1 piece of gulab jamun, 1 piece of rasgulla. My God, sorry, I'm taking my words back. So 1 piece of 1 sweet you can take. But yes, 50% of the diabetes management is on diet. So I would say that diabetics should have 2 plates. Yes, believe me, I'm recommending that diabetics should have 2 plates in the breakfast, 2 plates in the lunch, 2 plates in the dinner. First plate is full of the salad, green salad and fruits. And second is diet, whatever you want to take. And this policy is working. The strict diet plan is not working in this country. So all diabetics are recommended, as per the advice of Dr. Surikant, that you are happy that Dr. Surikant is advising 2 plates. So many doctors will advise you small plate, restricted diet. Dr. Surikant is giving bonus of the 1 extra plate. So 2 diet. 1 plate will have a green salad and fruits, and second will have whatever you want to eat. So anything is eatable. You can take potato, you can take tomato, you can take rice, you can take anything. You can take paneer, whatever. But preferably you should take vegetarian diet. More fiber in the diet and small frequent diets.
Thank you, Doctor. Karthik, we hope that answers your question. The next question is from Amrita, Kolkata. Are people with BP more susceptible to COVID? In case they get COVID, are they at more risk? My father is a high BP patient. He got vaccinated also recently, but he is very tensed about the 3rd wave. Could you please suggest how to make him stress-free?
So if your father has not watched this program live, please later on you can show him and get your father relaxed first. Whenever there is a Dr. Surikant in front of you, one thing is guaranteed, that whether you are not getting knowledge, not getting wisdom, but you will get one thing, that is relaxation. That is my guarantee. So please show this video to him. This is number 1. And I said, whatever the disease underlying you have, whatever the kind of any comorbid condition you have, if it is controlled, it is not the extra risk of COVID. If it is not controlled, it is the extra risk of COVID. So tell your father, do daily monitoring of BP, remain in contact with your doctor, treating physician, and of course, ask him to take less salt or whatever the I plan, that please replace the white salt to the Sendanama. So if you do, you can have the smooth control of the BP, not only in your father, but you can prevent the development of so many patients in your family of BP if you are just switching over from white salt to Sendanma.
Thank you, doctor. So next question we have from Jyoti, who is from Bangalore. I was affected by COVID in the May of 2021. After that, I feel very tired every now and then. Could you please suggest me some medicines to overcome my fatigue?
Okay. Actually, post-COVID, most important post-COVID problem is the tiredness. And tiredness comes from two ways. There are two paths of the tiredness. One is the physical tiredness, actual tiredness. Yes, muscle fatigue is there, no doubt about it. Take plenty of water, plenty of juices, plenty of protein, plenty of calcium, plenty of vitamin D, your muscle fatigue will go on. So just take the 60,000 international unit of vitamin D once a week for 4 weeks. Just take 500 mg of calcium in the morning and 500 in the evening for 1 month, for again 4 weeks. Your muscle fatigue will be gone. These are the only two medications which I will suggest. And which non-medication therapy will also, I'll tell you. Of course, in the diet, you should take plenty of fluids, juices. If you're not having cough or this sore throat, you can take the juices. And if you can't afford the juices, the simple thing is take a glass of water, have a squeeze one, of course, lemon, and then a pinch of salt and pinch of sweet if you're not diabetic. This is wonderful alternative to any juice, Musambi juice, Santra juice, any juice, mixed juice, whatever it is. It is the wonderful alternative of all juices. Simply, water is available everywhere, lemon is available everywhere, salt is available everywhere, sugar is available everywhere. So anywhere you can drink this juice, alternative of juice. So take plenty of this. This will correct your fatigue. The second type of fatigue is not coming from your body, from your muscles. It is coming from here because of chemical locha. Have you heard the term chemical locha? I don't know how many of you. This chemical locha word has been used so many in Hindi films. So I have borrowed from that. So chemical locha means the imbalance between the chemicals. Chemicals means the hormones. There are a lot of hormones, the imbalance is there. So please do some meditation. And this chemical locha will be relieved. So for the finest equilibrium of the various hormones in the brain, do meditation. If you don't know meditation, contact Ma Amritanandamayi Mutt. Ma Amritanandamayi Mutt. Any volunteer will tell you how to do meditation.
Thank you, doctor. Next question we have from Ajay, who is from Vijayawada. I am under chemoradiation therapy treatment for my pancreatic cancer. Can I take COVID vaccination?
Yes.
What are the precautions should I need to take?
Yes, you can take any cancer patient take vaccination, whether on radiotherapy, whether followed by surgery, whether followed by chemotherapy. After surgery, you have to take the gap of 2 weeks, that's all. But the only precaution is that during on date of vaccination, you should not have fever, number one. The second thing is that you should not have the acute attack of your disease during that day of vaccination. For example, you are taking the therapy for the carcinoma pancreas, and on the day of vaccination, some infection occurred and you developed fever. So on that day, vaccination cannot be done. Suppose by this complication of this pancreatic cancer, you get hospitalized because of acute complications. You cannot do vaccination. So these are the only two precautions that you have to take.
Doctor, we now have a question from Priyanka, who's from East Godavari. She's asking, what can people with hepatitis B or C do to protect themselves from COVID-19?
Whether the healthy patient or the disease patient, the precautions remain same. For disease patient, their underlying comorbid condition, this should be well treated, well controlled. For healthy people, yes, COVID appropriate behavior is common to both healthy people as well as the diseased people. For diseased people, the additional precaution is that their disease must be controlled. So please remain in your touch with your treating physician for hepatitis and get your liver function controlled. And of course, there is no extra precaution. Yes, COVID appropriate behavior should be done and should be met.
Thank you, Dr. Sagar from Hyderabad is asking, there's some talk about white fungus, black fungus. So people say that it generally affects the eyes and the mouth. Does this fungus also affect the vital organ like lungs, heart, etc.?
You see, I'll ask the question. Have you seen fungus in a fresh bread? Have you seen fungus in a fresh sweet? Have you seen fungus in your any vegetable, any fruit, or any item which is fresh? If you are having good immunity, there is no fungus, black, white, red, purple, orange, whatever, lal, kala, pila, nila, anything. So fungus are usually the mild pathogens. Usually they are the environmental pathogens. They lie here and there, everywhere they can lie, but they don't harm. Until you are presenting yourself them, please come and harm me. What I mean, if your immunity is maintained, then there will be no fungus. Mind it, during first wave, there was no fungus or less fungus. During second wave, more fungus. Why? If you see the difference between first and second wave, the second wave, the severity of the disease was high. The transmissibility of the disease was very high. That's why cases from few thousand to rose up to the 4 lakhs per day. And the hospitalization duration was more. And more than 80% of any fungus cases in this country of the COVID-19 patient, they were seen in diabetic patient, uncontrolled diabetic patient. So first thing is, any patient who was treating in the home, by home isolation, they never developed black fungus, white fungus, yellow fungus, any fungus. If you just critically analyze it, because in our King George Medical University, we are the largest COVID hospital in Asia. At least we don't know what is the world situation. We are having 1100 bedded COVID hospital here in this King George Medical University, to which I belong. And when I was the in charge of the COVID hospital, till date, about 600 of cases of black fungus we have treated. We have operated also, we have treated medically also, and more than 90% they are diabetic. No one has developed the black fungus or any fungus during the home isolation treatment. So mild cases, no fungus. Moderate cases, no fungus. Home isolation treatment patient, no fungus. Patient hospitalized for less than 1 week, no fungus. Then who developed a fungus? Those developed a fungus who have either diabetes, which is uncontrolled, having underlying heart disease, which is uncontrolled, having cancer, having transplant, having chronic liver disease, having chronic kidney disease, chronic liver disease, they were developing fungus. And that having severe disease of COVID-19 and longer prolonged hospitalization. So these were the causes of black fungus. Please don't be afraid of any fungus. Fungus is basically, if you are maintaining the hygiene, there will be no fungus. If you are maintaining high immunity, there will be no fungus.
Thank you, doctor. The next question is from Pramod Warangal. The question is, after recovering from COVID, I feel my memory is slightly reduced. First, I felt that I'm just imagining. But when I spoke to a few of my friends who also had COVID, they seem to have little loss of memory. Does COVID really affect memory, or is it something not related at all? If related, is it permanent loss of memory?
First thing is that accept my heartiest congratulations that you have a loss of little bit memory, not the loss of life. So be on positive side. You have conquered the battle. You have won the battle. Be on braver side. Be on positive side. You are a strong man. You have conquered the battle of COVID-19. You see, memory, I say, brain is also affected by COVID-19. And that's why with due course of time, you will resume your memory, provided you are connected with any volunteer of the Ma Amritanandamayi Mutt. Am I pronouncing correctly now? Yes. So if you are in connection with any volunteer of Ma Amritanandamayi Mutt, please learn meditation. Please learn meditation. It is the best way of improving your memory It is best way of your, you see, one thing more, which you have not asked the question. I'll tell you what you are also having. You are having a little bit loss of memory also and lack of concentration also. That is also improved by the meditation. So please practice meditation. This is a very proven way of improving memory, improving concentration, and improving immunity also. Mental immunity, Atma Bal. So, एक के साथ तीन free. One meditation, you will get 3 free advantages. Improve your memory, improve your concentration, and improve your mental immunity.
Thank you, doctor. The next question is from Sriram Nagol. The question is, post-COVID, my mother-in-law has been complaining weak digestion and frequent constipation. Could it be because of post-COVID effect?
Yes. I said the intestine, the gastrointestinal system, that is also having the ACE2 receptors, and that's why involvement of COVID-19 here also. Some may develop diarrhea, some may develop constipation, some may develop vomiting, some may develop nausea, some may develop loss of course, appetite. All kind of this manifestation from the gastrointestinal system can happen. And yes, just wait. Increase some fiber diet here. So more fiber diet, less constipation. Less fiber diet. Don't take any non-vegetarian. Non-vegetarian diet always increase the, you see, don't consider Dr. Suryakant as a vegetarian. That's why using the platform propagating the vegetarian. No, it is not true. I have written a, you see, just published article. If you want some, I can WhatsApp or mail to Swamiji. The important health benefit of the vegetarian diet, recently published in a journal of gastrointestinal journal. So I'll share with my article and go for that. I'm not only the advocate of vegetarian because I'm vegetarian, I am the advocate because scientific evidence is there. So make her vegetarian, give a lot of you see fiber diet, less oily and less fried things, rather no oily or no fried things. And within a week, your mother's constipation will improve.
Thank you, doctor. So we have the last question from Soumya, who is from Bhopal. My mother has been fasting twice a week since many years, and even now she continues to do so. I am worried that she may become weak and might not have enough immunity against COVID.
Contrary to this belief, fasting improves the immunity. The only thing is that people who are having any kind of underlying disease, they should not fast. Patient with diabetes should not fast. Patient with heart disease, they should not fast. Patient with kidney disease, they should not fast. So patient with liver disease, they should not fast. And that's why I advocate to all communities. I used to advise my Muslim patients that they should not keep roza if you are diabetic, if you are having any chronic disease. Because no religion advises you that you practice the fast at the cost of your health, at the cost of your life. No religion is advising. So rather, fasting is a very important Indian heritage cultural practice. Fasting is a method of detoxification. So during the fast day, take plenty of fluids, take plenty of fruits. It will detoxify your body. So if your mother is fasting twice a week, you should also have the fast once a week. Provided your mother is not diabetic, don't stop her fasting. See, don't be over smart. Your mother is old, that's why having old tradition, following old tradition. She's old, but old is gold. Learn something from her mother. You also fast, please.
Thank you, doctor. Would you like to make any concluding remarks before we end our live Q&A session?
So this is 12:25. I really enjoyed the whole session. I think from very first call from Swamiji till this 12:25 of 1st August, that is the day of International Friendship Day. So I think I have enjoyed the largest number of my friends by this program. So my best wishes on that Friendship Day all viewers, all listeners, and especially the organization, the Ayudh, which is a youth wing of Ma Amritanandamayi Mutt. So my heartiest congratulations to Apurva, to Nikita, and to you. What's your name?
Shravan, doctor.
Yeah. So congratulations to you that beautifully you have managed a very coordinated way, wonderful coordination between three. So and of course Swamiji, thank you very much for the Moksha Amritanand Swamiji for adding me as an expert in this group and providing this wonderful opportunity for this question and answer and live webinar session on this forum, Ayudh Hyderabad. So thank you very much, and follow the same practice which I have of course given you regarding the prevention of COVID, regarding the 3 ways of the COVID prevention, regarding my diet, the practical dietary tips. So, and especially diabetics must be happy that I said, yes, you can take anything, but only small thing. One small piece of any sweet you can take in a day, but please don't take small pieces of every sweet. So thank you very much. I really enjoyed. And of course, again, thank you very much. And thank you, the Mutt and Ayudh. Namaste.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you all. We hope that this session was informative enough for all of you and has allayed your concern in these challenging times. Remember, there are others like you out there. Help us reach them by sharing this video and spreading knowledge. However, before we close today's session, I would like to express my gratitude to Swamini Suvidyamrita Pranaji for gracing us this occasion with her presence and giving this session an auspicious start. Brahmachari Mokshamrita Chaitanyaji for being with us throughout and guiding us. Thank you. I would like to thank our main guest for today, Dr. Suryakant, for taking time out from his extremely busy schedule and sharing valuable tips and important information regarding how to protect ourselves from COVID third wave. Also, patiently answering all the questions that came in from our viewers. Thank you, Dr. Suryakant. I would also like to thank our lovely host for today, Apurva, for hosting this online event so beautifully, and my co-host, Nikita, for supporting us throughout. Let me also thank our Ayudh technical team who is working tirelessly behind the scenes to make this event glitch-free. Thank you, Pramod. Finally, the most important part of our event, our viewers who have joined us from across the globe. My heartfelt thanks to everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy. Namaste.
Thank you.